Before talking about the theory of consumer behavior, we need to know what this theory will explain about. This theory explains how buyers use and spend the money they earn. When it comes to purchasing goods and services, a rational consumer will try to maximize their satisfaction, and also they need to make a choice. To make rational decision, they are preference and constraint. Preference is a wish list from most desire to least, and constraint is a person limitation in realizing their wishes. There are several factors in determining the choice, namely the price, constraint, pleasure, and preference. According to Suharno in his book entitled Managerial Economics, state that consumer behavior is how consumer will respond when there is a change in the price of a demand for goods or services needed. In consumer behavior, consumers have the opportunity and preference in buying goods and services. Then what is the consumer opportunity? Consumer opportunity is the possible goods and services consumer can afford to consume. Then consumer preference is the goods and services consumer actually consume.
In consumer behavior, there is one concept, namely transitivity, is about customer ability to set priorities in order to make decision. It's all about consistency of preferences. Consumer preference is defined by two internal characteristics, preference and indifference. A, for example, prefers a V-neck t-shirt to an all-neck t-shirt. B prefers the both t-shirt models. Another model is now required in order to investigate their preference consistency. A t-shirt with an U-neck model, to be precise. A still favors a V-neck t-shirt to an U-neck t-shirt in this sequence. This is referred to as preference consistency. Now is constraint. To fulfill a desire in buying goods or services, of course they are constrained. In consumer theory, there is a budget constraint. Budget constraint is a limit to the combination of consumption that can be purchased by each individual as economic actor. In other words, the budget constraint can simply be interpreted as the income or income owned by each individual that is used to buy goods or services they need. There are three types of budget constraint: budget line, opportunity set, and market rate. Budget line is a line that represents possible combination of X and Y things that consumer can buy at a specific income level. Opportunity set is a set of goods or services that can be purchased according to the budget, and the slope of the budget line is known as the market rate of substitution. The budget line is a curve that connects various combination of consumption of two commodities that can be purchased with the same budget, as previously stated.
Okay, the next explanation about budget line. Budget line adjustments are possible, and these adjustments are influenced by changes in income and changes in price. When the budget line is shift, it because changes in income, and the budget line will experience a circular shift when there is a change in pricing. Next topic is consumer equilibrium. In addition to concept transitivity and budget line, consumer equilibrium is another topic of discussion in this theory of consumer behavior. So, what is the definition of consumer equilibrium? Consumer equilibrium is when the consumer reaches the point of maximum satisfaction and the point of expenditure budget line alluding to the same satisfaction. In the other words, the accessible price of the things that bring the highest level of satisfaction is the balance in consumption of products. The consumer reaches equilibrium when they are completely satisfied and they have no plans to adjust their consumption level. According to economics discussion, rational buyers will purchase a good until price equals the marginal utility derived from the good. Consumers at their most satisfied and in a state of equilibrium, and they do not want to move at this moment.
The first one is change in price. Change in price affect two kinds of goods, namely substitute goods and complementary goods. In substitute goods, for example, a pen and a pencil, an increase in the price of a pen leads to an increase in the consumption of pencils. This is because people tend to buy the goods with a cheaper price, in this case, the price of pencils. Moreover, the use of pen can be replaced with the pencil. In the other side, complementary goods, for example, bread and jam. When the price of bread increases, it will cause a decrease in the consumption of jam. This is because the jam cannot be consumed alone. It needs to be with the bread to add the value of the bread.
Changes in income can change consumer behavior of some kinds of goods that are classified into two: normal goods and inferior goods. Good X is a normal good if an increase in income leads to an increase in its consumption, for example, daily necessities. Good X is an inferior good if an increase in income leads to a decrease in its consumption, for example, bar swap and liquid swap. When someone's income increases, they tend to buy liquid swap. This will lead to a decrease for the bar swap.